Okay. I can see myself here. I'm not sure how much time I'm actually going to have because I don't know how much storage is going to be on this device. But I want to, while no one's here, I was going to go ahead and make this video, without fear of being embarrassed with people around because I'm finally at home alone. So essentially, I'm 6 months on HRT, hormone replacement therapy. I'm going, male to female. So I'm trying to feminize, everything about myself that I can. And I'm boiling something, so I'm trying to turn it down. So I've been on a full dose and everything for 6 months. I'm just going to talk about the changes and how my quality of living has been in that time and how things have changed socially. I'll hopefully get it done within about 5-10 minutes. So I want to start with some specifications first. These pieces of hair just... So my age and shit, I'm 20 years old, so I was born biologically male, and my height, I've been on HRT for 6 months, my height and weight, I'm about 6 feet tall, I might be 5'11", I'm relatively tall, and I weigh about 145 pounds on average. And my doses have been, I started low. Within about 1 month, I had worked myself up to a full dose, and then my blood work was nice, so everything was in check. But I kind of fluctuate between 4 milligrams and 6 milligrams of estrogen. I do a month of either or and see how it makes me feel, as compared to the blood work as well. And then my spironolactone is 200 milligrams every day. So that stuff is done every day. I take the estrogen sublingually just because I figure I might as well. The worst case scenario, it does the exact same as swallowing the pill. So, anyways, that's my routine. And I guess I'll document the changes. So how I was before was when I decided to transition, immediately when I decided to transition, or was thinking about it, I think I had the hormones a month later. And actually, I do have a letter for HRT to start it, but I have it just tucked away. I'm doing DIY because I was able to order, a long supply of medication early on. So when that runs out or gets close to running out, I can probably, work with an endocrinologist. But for now, I know it's not exactly the greatest thing ever, but I don't care too much whether I live or die. So if this kills me, then whatever. It's not that big of a deal. It sounds kind of extreme, but that's how I feel. Anyways, I've been doing that for 6 months. The changes were, of course, I cut my hair. Social changes are I cut my hair when it was really long, but it was dreadlocks, so it was not especially feminine. And then I did another thing. I've had laser, so I had a full beard, and now it's blonde hairs that I shave every day, and you can't see any shadow really. You can feel some grit, sometimes, but there's nothing there that's visible, which I'm happy with. So I shaved, I cut my dreads off. Actually, recently dyed my hair, and I don't know what to think about it. It was just brown, and my mother and I did it blonde, which is cool. This is me with my glasses off. I don't think I look particularly good either way, but I've been wearing real androgynous clothes. This is a man's shirt, and then this is like men's jeans, but sometimes I wear women's jeans that are not so obvious, or even like women's button-up shirts that are not so obvious. As far as voice, like these are all just kind of manual things that I've done without hormones. As far as voice, I've been using this voice for about 6 months. This is exactly how I go about my day, even if I'm not presenting female and I'm boy mode, so to speak. Then I use this voice anyway. It's not as perfect as it could be right now because I just got done with the lab in the morning and it's early and whatever. But when it's nice and warmed up, it sounds probably a little better than this, but mostly the same. So that's what I've done manually, the changes that I've made. The changes that have happened on their own are, I gained some weight right when I started with the estrogen. I gained like 10 pounds or something, and I think it slowly dropped off from there. So I may have like gained some fat and then started losing muscle slowly. I don't really know. It doesn't appear that way. I've slimmed down some, but I was actually pretty muscular before, and just really toned and stuff, and actually pretty strong because I was weightlifting and stuff. But that's like my shoulder area, my skin's smooth, just all the telltale signs. No more erections, really, no more semen or any fluid at all being produced. Smell, body odor changed, and my skin tone changed. I haven't had any change in body hair, or if I have, it's been subtle, but it's not to the point where I need to stop shaving my arms, So I do shave my arms, like, every now and then in the shower. But all my body hair is blonde to begin with, so when it's shaved, it's kind of difficult to tell if it's going away or not, Anyways. What else? Like mental changes. The mental changes have been, just normal stuff like that you would hear. Like, it's more difficult to cry. It's it's less difficult to cry. Sorry. Before it was more difficult to cry. That's what I meant to say. Even though I don't do, I guess I do a lot of that. A lot of crying. And then another thing would be generally just react more to extreme situations. But I'm not sure if this is like a placebo or if it's really an effect, and I don't pay much attention to it because it doesn't matter. It hasn't really seemed to affect me emotionally or mentally that much. There's certainly no bad effects happening. So, I don't know if I mentioned that I'm 20 years old before, so 20 when I started. I just went back to school. So those are the physical changes. Oh, some breast growth. I don't know if you can see the little spots, but I haven't had much, and there's a reason for that. I'm not going to go into detail. But there's a reason for the lack of really significant breast growth, which is fine with me because I plan on doing implants later anyway, so they can do what they want. But I've gained like some weight on my stomach. Like, I used to not have anything here. It was like a six-pack, and now I have some like tummy, and it's really squishy, like soft, kind of rubbery skin. So, and that's the same thing like on my legs, and particularly on my butt area. I've really noticed that any weight I've gained has probably gone there. Specifically, people have commented on my ass looking different. And I guess I'll move on to social stuff. I live in the United States, in the southern area. I'm within driving distance to very conservative areas that I wouldn't want to be around. But for the most part, I'm good. And I pass sometimes, like I passed like twice today, and then I think someone gendered me as male like twice today as well. So I'm kind of half and half. And I don't really present feminine. I'm kind of androgynous. Which is a good way to play it safe if you're not passing all the time, because I really am not a big fan of harassment or even just being stared at or something. So I'm kind of hibernating for a couple of years until I'm ready to certainly come out. Anyways, yeah, I get stared at and such. I get, you know, I've had people ask me, like, if I'm male or female. So that's an interesting experience. But I do pass now. I've had my first passing moments months ago, around the 2 or 3 month mark. And my face might have softened a little bit, but I don't think it softened that much. It's mostly due to hair removal and the longer hair and softer skin, but not the shape really modifying that much. I still have a pretty strong jaw here, and my chin has a cleft in it, which I've always actually had. People say, oh yeah, that's your most masculine thing, but I've had that since I was little. If I were, you know, genetically female, I would still probably have a version of this, but so yeah, most of the time, like, it's like half and half, or people don't know how to gender me, so they don't. But most of the time, I just kind of do my thing, and I haven't experienced any real harassment other than someone coming up and asking me, like, what I am. On different occasions, I haven't dated since starting. I haven't had any kind of some sexual contact since starting. So I can't really go into detail about that. And basically, yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I'm just kind of hibernating. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this off because it's like 11 minutes so far. So thanks for watching. And I'm not going to have comments enabled because people say nasty things sometimes that I don't really feel like reading. But if you really have a question, you can just send me a message and I'll answer it. You know, if you need me to clarify something, or if you just want to say hello, or want me to do another video about something else, or whatever. I don't expect this video to get much traffic, so I'm willing to reply, you know, in detail to people that are interested in stuff. I was going to do more videos, like, from like 1 month, like each month, and then I made one and I was kind of like, I didn't feel like it was necessary. So I'm going to do one every 6 months, and then maybe updates in between of stuff that people ask me about. So that's all. Thank you, etc.